King Table Talk is a subsidiary of Pussycat Productions, whose mission is to uplift, enlighten, encourage, and entertain. This show may contain adult content that is unsuitable for children as well as for some adults. This means that adults should make a conscious decision whether or not to stay due to the subject matter of the show. Welcome everybody to the show.
Welcome. Right.
How many people do you know that have relationships that involve Second Life as well as real life? Whether you are actually related to each other, or you're married to each other, or you have met on Second Life by chance and you decided to take a chance and you decided to take it further into real life, we're going to be discussing all of these dynamics and all of these situations, and we're going to figure out whether or not it works and how do we find a balance in these relationships. Today we have on the couch King Fight Please, Penix Nagasi. Dr. Coco Please, Penix Nagasi.
Hey everyone.
We also have Miss Onyx Sakina Knight Rain and Blue Diamond Knight.
Hello.
We're also going to be doing Speak the Truth, and our special guest is Ashaki. And I'm also going to be doing a slide poem. Forgive me, but it's going to be really crazy. Our special guest for Word on the Street will be DJ Black Rose, Naja, and Zara. Welcome everybody to the show again. What's going on, ladies?
Happy to be here.
Welcome.
How's it going? You know, it's almost Valentine's Day. Tomorrow's Valentine's Day.
I know, right?
Are we happy about
that?
We care?
Another day, right?
just another day in the neighborhood.
Right?
Just say,
we got beat up enough last year. I guess we're too tired for anything else. It's like,
hey, you know what I'm saying?
I know. It's just another day to be grateful for. I guess to love anybody, huh?
Thank God.
That's true.
Right. It's to be here.
Just don't send me no boxes of candy. If you want to send me something, send me. I do not want no. I'm not gonna eat no candy. Send me something.
I love chocolate.
Something. I do too, just not candy.
Wait. No candy at all. So what do you want for Valentine's Day? What does everybody want for Valentine's Day?
Well, you know, I think it's thoughtful if somebody send you some roses or a card or just call you on the phone and say Happy Valentine's Day. I mean, because, you know, my requirements are different. So we'll just leave it like that.
You have a Valentine's Day requirement?
Really? Damn. I'm curious. Okay, what are your requirements?
Can we just move on?
You open this door.
No, we just gonna move on.
It's too late, Miss Nancy. We are curious.
We want to know
of Valentine's Day requirements. What are, at least give us some of them. How about that? Because you probably got a list. Okay, we can just get a couple of them, few. What are some of your Valentine's requirements? A
great Valentine's gift if you just give me some money. That's it.
Okay, we all okay. That's okay.
We all like that.
Okay, what else? What's another
money, jewelry, and you know.
Okay, you said requirements. So if you do not get those, one of the above, you're pissed.
I'm disappointed at that.
That means, man.
Oh, wow.
That means, man.
So wait, do you give anything to your significant other for Valentine's?
I'm there. I'm here for you, baby. Hold my hand. We can work this road together. I'm here. I'm stuck and stayed. That's
so give you a diamond, and I will hold your hand and cuddle you.
Forever and ever.
It's got to be a diamond.
The diamond is not a requirement. What it is the companionship that we have that's going to make you want to do these things.
Okay, I agree.
You know what I mean? I shouldn't have to ask. This should just be something, you know.
He
You
should
just
know.
don't pay. You right.
I've been smacking the mess out of Cupid the last few years, telling him to get the hell away from me.
Oh wow.
I cannot.
I've been telling I've been smacking the mess out of Cupid. Every time he come around here, I'm just not today. That's what I told him.
Now speaking of love, how's Black History Month going for everybody? How's that working out?
I'm mad already. I'm mad. Because I
very slave.
what movie did
Messiah.
Oh my gosh.
The one Judas. I have not watched.
Judas. The Black Messiah. Has anybody seen that?
Judas and the Black Messiah.
I recommend that movie. Yes, please.
It's really good.
No, because it made TT angry for a couple of days. I don't know.
Cause you know, with the things you're dealing with in today's times and the stuff in those times, and then it's a true story. It's just crazy because it's still going on.
Fred Hampton of the Black Panther Party. Yes.
Yeah, and then when the guy who, you know, it's like another significant Black person being taken down by a Black person with the help of the other, you know, white people. I got to say it, with the help of white people. At that time, you know, it was racism or whatever, and how they can just, you know, turn us against each other for money. All on money and things like that, money and how they, you know, it's just, the whole movie just will piss you off. It's just a repeat of history, which needs to stop. And even with the, you know, how the police is, it kind of dictates. Because if you've seen that movie Detroit's another good movie to watch.
Right.
Even though I'm from Detroit, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, I vaguely remember some things of racism as a kid, vaguely. But Detroit was a really good movie too. That movie will piss you off. It's just some of these movies, you know, you watch what we had to go through, and it can anger you because we're, you know, right now we're
considering everything that happened last year,
we're still dealing with racism, but we're spoiled. We got a whole lot that they didn't have then, and you look at what they went through to get here, you know, or what, you know, you think about it, because the only way you're going to know about it is to see it or read it or something. You have to look into your history. You have to read Black history. You have to teach your kids Black history. So if you don't, they won't know all these things that we went through.
But you know the cool thing, though, at age 21, though, Fred Hampton was doing that with his community at 21. That man was teaching children, feeding children, giving back to the community, doing his education programs. He was doing everything at that age, and they killed him at that age. And that's to me, that's 21 years old. That's significant. He was 21 and murdered. I'm not trying to give spoilers away to the movie, but please, when you have time, it's on HBO Max, or you can. I don't know where else you can see it, but I watched it on HBO Max. Please watch Judas and the Black Messiah.
It just came out. It's a really good movie. Really good movie. Really good movie.
A few other films are Black Klansman, Just Mercy. That was a good one. Let's see, Harriet. I know a lot of people have seen Harriet. The one that Eddie Murphy did, Dolomite Is My Name. These are all, it seems like everybody's going back and doing documentaries about things that really happened.
Dolomite was a good movie, and that's a true story as well.
Yes, Ray Moore. Yeah. I did like that.
And he was a very smart guy. He was a very smart guy.
I remember him as a kid. My parents.
Whenever they would play those tapes or whatever, they would tell you to leave the room or something. You know, I want to hear.
Those are one of the people I used to sneak and listen to behind my parents' back. You know, but my parents, because we couldn't listen to that stuff when I was little. Him and Red Fox and Richard Pryor and some of them people that they had some very explicit tapes. That weren't on TV. That weren't on video. That was really crazy. Back then.
I remember listening to an Eddie Murphy record. It was delirious. With my brother and my father, and they came in my room and put the record on my record player, because it was no other record player in the house that my mother wouldn't have. She would have caught us. So they closed the room, And I'm standing there, and I think I was maybe 10 years old, looking at my father and my brother, and listening to all the curse words coming off that record. And I'm looking at them like, oh, mama gonna beat us all. And my dad was like, shh, don't say nothing, don't say nothing. I was like, she gonna hear us. That was funny. I remember that.
No, I think I had it. I like all comedians. I listened to them all. I said, I think
he was
like
just bad.
Only one I wasn't too cooked on. I hate to say it because he, I wasn't too much of Bill Cosby fan. That Jello pudding pop past and stuff was just what.
You know what, TT? I really was not a Bill Cosby fan.
I was never a Bill Cosby fan. I don't know why.
I did like his movie. Y'all remember that movie, Let's Do It Again, with Sidney Poitier?
I like those movies. I liked his movies he did with
I did like
that. Bill Cosby and Sidney Poitier did one. They did too, didn't they?
Let's Do It Again.
I just wasn't a Bill Cosby fan. I still wasn't. I probably looked at Sidney Poitier more than I looked at him. I just not a Bill Cosby fan. I never was. Nothing against him. Just never was a fan.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Another recommendation for movies is Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. It's the last film that Chadwick Boseman did. Yeah, that's a good recommendation, just in case you want to catch him. He was a phenomenal actor, and rest in peace again, Chadwick Boseman.
Right. Yes, indeed. Now, right, ladies, to fun topics.
Thank you.
What we got?
Gorilla Glue.
Gorilla Glue.
Gorilla Glue.
Now, anybody on the couch, the audience can chime in on this because I want to hear what y'all have to say. Who in the world would go underneath their kitchen sink looking for hair products? That's number one. And when you look at the can, you knew possibly this was going to damage your head, or was you just that desperate?
What our audience straight stupid. I'm just like, and then people are giving her money, right? So I heard
it's up to
17,000.
She got a GoFundMe page. Y'all go fund the foolishness.
Oh wow! And I heard people are bringing it on SL too and making money. Ain't that
my gosh!
You can go to place and buy you some Gorilla Glue, okay?
So y'all seen
26,000 now?
It's over 20,000. Wow! So you guys seen the video? When you first saw the video, what did you think? Did you think to help her, or did you think stupid, or did you?
I thought it was her eyelashes at first.
Oh my God.
Really?
Oh my.
Did you see them? I thought she had glued her eyelashes on. Did you know you was getting ready to make a YouTube video?
I thought it was a joke. I didn't believe it when I first saw it. I thought somebody was just playing.
That was real.
I just. And how did they get it off?
She went to a doctor, a plastic surgeon in California, Beverly Hills, right? I mean, she still has hair, surprisingly enough, but she had to cut off the ponytail part. So, I mean,
it was a mixture of coconut oil, acetone, saline, and other things.
It was like streaking it with the end of the comb, getting it out.
Yeah, he made that solution.
Right. He made that solution and got it. I mean, I'm glad she got some help, but I am so confused. Somebody needs to explain to me, how could you make, and when you sprayed the first time, you felt it burning. It didn't just start burning later
on. Honestly, as I follow her on TikTok, and I'm like, not a fan, but I do follow her before that. Right. So honestly, at first I thought, okay, she doing it for attention. But then honestly, what if she thought it was kind of like gorilla snot, where it do lay your hair, and she wasn't thinking. And she thought,
when you look at the commercials on TV, you can glue a TV to a wall with Gorilla Glue. You can glue a TV to the wall with Gorilla. What would make you put that on your head?
Did she want to?
She also said it was an accident. as well. So I don't know. I feel bad. I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy.
If it's an accident, then you only did a portion. She did her whole head,
she
right?
did her whole head.
Right. She kept going.
Her ponytail was laid though. Her shit didn't move no more.
So I got another question. When she used this Gorilla Glue, you know she used gloves. You have to use gloves. There's no way she could have touched her hair with her hands, or everything would have got stuck.
Because it would have still been stuck to her head.
That makes sense.
So this whole story is this. You can't convince me. Something going on here. Something. The truth will come out eventually.
Well,
she needed 5 minutes of fame.
Well, she got my files and shit. My hands on every damn thing.
Exactly. I was trying to glue a statue together. I'm like, look, come on, we're going to. And it took me to go off my finger.
Yeah.
And then when I was peeling it off, I thought my fingerprints was coming off too. I
actually got Gorilla Glue on my side of my finger, and that shit hurted. So I don't.
It did hurt, right?
Yeah.
Now, what about the second? Is another person that Mr. Gorilla Glue was a man, and apparently he glued his lips together, whatever he glued together, and he had to go to the ER.
Okay, me too. You need to stop me too. That's how I feel about that. No more me too.
A cup.
No, if he knew what happened to the girl, she had to go to the doctor. He just really fed and he just stupid.
The question is why are there so many?
There are people in this world that take risks to dangerous stuff. It's just crazy. I mean, you saw the movie. What's that movie? Jackass. The stuff they do in that movie, I wouldn't even try. Come on now.
Now, when I was in high school, we used to pour acetone on our arm and then set it on fire. You know what I mean?
What kind of kids was y'all? Oh my goodness!
We used to do that with alcohol, but we never did acetone. Y'all
did acetone, and then your fingernail polish removed. You just sprinkle it on there, and you pour it on there, and then you set a match to it, and it's only gonna burn for a minute now.
I think the most dangerous thing I did was take spray cans and put a lighter in front of it and chase people with it. Like
that's the same as putting the acetone on your arm.
I'm not putting it on my skin because it burns on skin, but I will spray it at you.
It does. The only thing that's gonna burn is the acetone. It's not gonna burn your skin.
I'm not gonna experiment on my skin to see.
Take my word for it.
I don't want to. You're not understanding me. I don't want to take your word for it. I'm just gonna agree with me and not put fire and acetone on my arm to find out. How about that?
Now, speaking of burning, because my eyes are burning when I saw that Super Bowl streaker. Who saw that Super Bowl streak on TV?
He wanted to be naked. He wanted to be naked.
He got paid for that. I understand he got paid for that.
Big time. He
got paid for that. Yeah.
He must have. He did it.
So that was a planned event.
Right.
Don't be surprised if y'all see a streaker running through the paint. You never know.
We're gonna volunteer.
When he get caught, he had that jail money.
I guess they had to upgrade from Janet Jackson City. So
you know what I mean? They had to surpass that some kind of way.
Right.
That was the Super Bowl history moment, and it will be forever.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I do have a little bit of bad news. Trump, they voted to let him. He's acquitted. It's the impeachment. I guess he won.
You can't even say it straight.
He can run. He can run for anything he want to run for again.
And he probably will run in 2024, but let's just hope he does.
Yes, he was acquitted.
Let's just hope he does.
He was acquitted. I mean,
we're talking about Trump.
Yeah.
Lord, no.
Yeah.
Is anybody
That
surprised
happened
though?
today.
Is anybody really surprised that they don't?
I'm not.
No, I'm not surprised.
Yes, he was acquitted. Yeah. He was
Yes,
acquitted.
he was acquitted.
And I knew it was a waste of our time.
They announced it today. He was acquitted. So, yeah. Yeah.
But see, I'm still trying to figure out why are people still drinking his Kool-Aid? Because because he's crazy. He incited the American people to go to the Senate and the Congress and attack people. You know what I mean? And you don't see nothing wrong with that.
But see, this is not what y'all not understanding. Some of these people are going on TV agreeing with him, so they really, really believe.
But it's got to be something that we have seen people do some insanity. But the moment that Facebook and Twitter and all those people shut him down, they should have known this is an issue.
That was 4 years too.
Yeah, it was, but still, the fact that they did it, now you gonna say you were quitting him? Come on now.
So all those people he been ranting,
they still drinking the Kool-Aid. That's what
but he got fans. He got
Kool-Aid.
Yeah, he got.
I think in this country, or just us people in general, it's time for us to stop thinking that everybody thinks as you do, believes
exactly.
as you do. Stop expecting people to do the right thing when clearly it has not been that in our history. Clearly, these are devils running around. Clearly, these are evil people. When people tell you who they are, believe it. Don't be surprised at that.
You know what I mean? And especially when they show you. When they show you, understand that's it. You know what I mean? They done showed you who they are. Once a person show you their hand, I believe it the first time.
Right. And as Black people in this country, it's time for us to stop asking to be treated equally. Stop asking for your rights. Take that because you are right. Stop asking.
Right, because it is our right. We have rights.
But I was raised that way. My father was from South America, and I was raised that way. He said that only person responsible for what happens to you is you. He said, and if you really want something bad enough, you can't let things like race or people's opinion and none of that stand in your way. You got to go for it. He said, you're going to make some enemies along the way, but it is what it is. Yeah. And that's the truth.
Yeah. That's true. That's true. That's very true.
Now weird. Okay.
Go now.
Now I was gonna say on the somebody said let's put Obama in his place. What do you think? How do you think that would have went?
Obama in his place.
Oh, they would do Obama. They would come on. He got convicted of everything.
Yes,
absolutely.
Obama wouldn't have made it to a second impeachment. He wouldn't have made it to a second impeachment.
He wouldn't have made it to the first.
In fact, I don't think it was for a year.
I mean, because there's nothing that I remember when Congress shut down the government, right? Obama went on TV and said, let me explain to you how this works. It's not me, it's them. They shut the government down. If you want it back open, you need to contact your congressmen and senators. Mm-hmm. He explained to you how the government system works. You can't be mad at him. You can't be mad at him. And what do people do? Start flooding their congressmen and senators with letters.
You also can't be mad at if you watch the impeachment trial, you heard these people defend him. Mm-hmm. You heard what they said. You heard how they felt. Now, some of them, I'm like, wow, how do you see it that way? But, to each its own.
And there's one woman in Congress who I really admire, and that's Maxine Waters. I remember there was a tape that came out, and this guy was talking about her on the floor, and she got up and started talking, and they were beating on the gavel, and he was telling her, you out of order. She said, nah, you let him say what he wanted to say. So I'm going to say what I want to say. I don't care if I'm out of order or not. And she continued talking.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I was going to say, like, there's different layers to laws and different layers to power, obviously, in Congress. How do y'all feel about new things that pop up, like people dictating if they want to be labeled a certain thing, then you have to abide by that? Or like y'all heard about that story about the breastfeeding versus chest feeding. Now that they, you have a lot of transgender issues and you have a lot of different types of issues, and now they're saying that everybody date to this new lingo and new language. So now instead of saying breastfeeding, they're teaching people to say chest feeding. Like, how do y'all feel about that?
I'm staring at the screen in astonishment that this is even coming up as a conversation.
Right. So you say our kids that is chest feeding?
I am too, Kay. I'm so over the new labels. You could just, you know what I mean? It is. If you a man, I don't care what y'all. Whatever you think you are, you a man to me. See, I'm going on outward appearances here. You know what I mean?
Well, I like that. My thing is, how the hell a transgender man gonna breastfeed? Can anybody?
We talked about that off camera. You know what I mean? It can't be chest feeding because what?
Oh, that's much work, baby. It's called a bottle. Get one.
You know what I mean? I mean, look, that was my motto all along. I couldn't have been tied down like that anyway. But
yeah.
But I get, that everybody is who they are. I get it. But you also have to take into consideration other people's feelings about it too. Other people don't, they don't want to discuss it. They don't even want to recognize it. And how
milk comes from breast. Milk comes from breast. That's it. How can you change where it comes from or what it is or how it is or what it is when that is?
Because you're trying to accommodate.
How can you accommodate? You trying to change a breast?
I'm just saying. I mean, I don't know.
I'm gonna teach. It's just confusing. People need to stop confusing people. We need to be more get more educated on trying to stop things like COVID, and instead of worrying about whether a breast is a chest. Develop more scientists, teach these kids, get them in school with math, get these parents to wake up and get them online or something, to do something instead of that. I'm just serious. I mean, stuff like that to me is so unimportant. It's just so, it's just
there's nothing coming out of that chest.
Look, we still fighting over stimulus chests and stuff like that. And here people worried about a chest and a breast in public. And who cares? We got butt naked people running across the Super Bowl now. You know what I'm saying?
Let me just say this to those who are not here for season 1. Until Miss Cat gets that stimulus check, we're gonna talk about it every week.
It's just funny to me how they mess with that check every week.
They have friends, but they don't have mammary glands. There's a big difference.
Right. It's just to me, it's so that's the problem with our society. It's just people need to focus on what's going on, like this presidential stuff. We got another 4 years. This is another vote. You know what I'm saying? Things need to be done in the 4 years to be prepared to do that. People always wait till the year of and this and that. No, you got to watch what's going on and stay on point what's going on. This COVID is going on. Our kids, some of them are not getting educated, I'm sure, because all these parents, you're depending on parents now. It's bad enough that parents were taking them to school. Now you got to worry about parents getting online. Come on now. Some parents like, I don't feel like this today. What, your kids are going to school? You know how people are. Especially in the urban society, in the urban black, this and that. People need to be pushing on these things because if we don't, 4 years from now, it's going to be worse because we got uneducated kids coming out of school or people getting their diplomas at 24 because of this.
But you know what? I'm a beg to differ with you on that because, my philosophy about school is this. I think that a lot of parents depend on the teachers to educate your children, and that's what they're there for. Don't misunderstand me. But when they get home, you're supposed to reinforce and look at and see where your kids are at. You should know what your kid is doing in school if you're looking at their schoolwork and their homework. You know what I mean? But a lot of people don't do that. They don't. But now, because of this situation, they're forced to.
Right. Well, go ahead, Coco.
I homeschool my son, and the work that he does from school, he's in first grade. They're already doing geometry. So, and where we're now, I'm okay by the grace of God. But I think about all the other parents. You know, I have parents that don't speak English, parents that aren't as necessarily educated. So I'm kind of like right in between, like, because if I'm sitting here with this 7-year-old trying to get him to focus on this work, I could imagine what other
That's what I'm trying to explain. That's what I'm trying to explain because.
But see, when my kids were growing up, I used to go to their school and talk to their teachers. See, I always felt that those parents that the teachers actually know, those are the kids that they're going to pay more attention to, because they know that their parent is liable to be up there.
But that's not the part. But that's not the part I'm talking about. I'm talking about the fact that, like Coco here, a parent who has to literally know how to go online, literally know how to log in, literally know how to do certain people or certain parents, they have to be educated just as well as the child to get the child to do some of these things, especially if you have a young child, which takes some of that dependency that you had on a teacher on the parent. Now the parent got to learn and teach. Just as well as the teacher. What you got to do is just get your kid to log on. But see, all parents are not going to do this. See, this is what I'm telling you. It was hard enough getting these people to send their kids to school. It was hard enough getting. It's hard enough. Yeah. And grandparents, grandparents got to learn how to do this. Some grandparents might not know all this online stuff. Kids are more savvy than us now. You know what I'm saying? I know.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't let him Zoom no more. That was the worst experience I have had. Wow. It was distracting. It was literally 100 or so kids yelling, screaming, crying, kicking, flipping, playing. It was ridiculous. And I told the teacher flat out, look, I will teach him, but this Zoom is not going to work. He didn't learn a thing. He didn't learn nothing.
Right. So it's a whole change on that, and parents, have to adapt. Mind you, in this time right now, some kids are going to make it and some kids are not. Some kids have just been hanging like summer school for the last year. Some kids have been going to school. You know what I'm saying? I can't say that because I've seen some kids. I've heard some kids. And, everyone knows of some kids are staying with their grandparents. The grandparents are not always savvy on internet stuff. Right. So this is hard for them. You know what I'm saying? Some kids are not getting it due to situations. I'm not saying like there's so many situations going on with this COVID thing. You can't just send your kid out no more. And most people we've been dependent on that way of life since school started. Send your kid to school. Now it has stopped. That is hard for kids as well as parents. So people need to realize that, and we have to adapt. We have to help the next kid, help the next parent, and stuff like that. Because we don't want our kids to fail. We don't want it to be worse. We don't want people like Trump becoming presidents in the future for our kids. We want our kids to live in a successful society when we're not here. What I'm saying?
And it's going to continue to be a fight.
Right. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. It's just.
Are we ready for change as it is? Because from the look of things, it'll never go back to what it was. It can only get worse. They're talking about COVID merging into different strains now. So, are we ready for all this?
We don't have a choice.
This is what I think.
Talk about sending your kid to school. I'm not sending my child nowhere. I'm sorry.
I think black people
have from home. She's gonna learn.
I think all of us being born under the thumb of the foot of oppression for so many years, our parents and our grandparents, this may be new, but it ain't new to our hearts. And this struggle and hardships that we're facing is not new. It's new to other cultures and other races because the privilege never had to face it. But I'm thanking God that we had whatever we had to get through these moments, because guess what? Every time you see something on TV, I smile because I know who's in control. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not afraid
to make it through anything.
Right. Amen. Because life is, I tell you, life is a struggle. And you have to be thankful for what you have. But you have to be thankful for what you have.
I think the American people are finally realizing that Black Americans are some of the biggest consumers.
Oh, we
are some of the biggest consumers. And that being said, that means that you have a lot of voice.
Yeah.
And we need to take that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean,
they specifically target our community.
They sure do.
But it's a lot of good people out there. Being the social media and us seeing what's going on, there's a lot of good people out there. There's a lot of good kids that's going to come out of this. You know what I'm saying? So all I can say is, you know, we just have to stay. We just have to stay aware of what's going on. You have to stay aware of your surroundings. You have to stay aware of this COVID. You just have to stay aware, and you know, see for the and be thankful for what you have. Because I swear, a year ago, I was scared. I had an auntie in real life who went in the hospital from COVID, and she passed a month later in March. You know what I'm saying? I was scared. You know what I'm saying? Because COVID hit me immediately. There was, you know, I was sitting here buying Hall's cough drop medicine because I didn't think, I was scared. I'm just going to tell you, I didn't even think I'd get here this far. And God willing, even though that was the roughest year and I lost the most people I've ever lost in my life, I'm still here. I'm still here. And I still have to be here for my children. I still have to be here for my family, whether it's SL or RL. And I have to be grateful for me being here to just enjoy what I have to. You know what I'm saying? It's a loss I have to bear. You know what I'm saying? But I have to adapt. And if I've adapted to loss and all that, but like I said, I'm going to do my best to be grateful for what I have, because I didn't expect to make it this far. You know what I'm saying? That's the time. So I just humble myself. You know what I'm saying? And I try to speak good things to others to help others, because I know people are struggling. I try not to look, you know, down on the next person and tell them to get up, shit, get your ass, go walk with, get up or something.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Right. You know.
Now before we move on to Word on the Street, if anyone is interested in what's happening on the grid this month, there are some special events that are happening. In case you want to know, I'll post the link in local at gridaffairs.com. They have the Fetish Fair coming up for those who are interested. The Triple X Affair, Access is having their own event. They got great clothes there. They're having a Mardi Gras event, the 12 event, and an E-Bento event. Check out this website. There is lots of shopping, lots to do, and the grid is lit. Go straight to Word on the Street, everybody.
Hey.
All right, Onyx, take over there. Word on the Street.
Thank you, and welcome to Untitled Chapter Word on the Street. And today we have Ugly Radio's COO, the beautiful DJ Black Rose. Welcome to Word on the Street.
Oh, thank you. I'm glad to be here.
Great. We are so happy to have you today. So many accomplishments in such time. So we want to just really get into everything that you have done on the grid. So tell us about some of your accomplishments, if you would.
Oh, Lord. I've been on the grid a long time. And I can't even think of everything. I have been a Soul Train Awards winner. Okay. I have been a Dope Award winner. I've done just about everything you could do on Second Life. So as far as business is concerned. So yeah.
And that's great.
I've been lucky. Mm-hmm.
Making your Second Life work for you. So how are you liking it now with working with Ugly Radio?
I am actually having the best time that I have had. It's been awesome. The support is awesome. The fans are awesome. So yeah, I'm really loving it.
Okay, for people who don't know, I don't know why they wouldn't know, but for people who don't know what Ugly Radio is and what it represents, please, by all means, let them know.
Okay. Ugly Radio is actually two different streams. We have Ugly R&B Radio, and the mainstream is Ugly Radio. Ugly Radio, the mainstream is a more hip-hop stream, and then, of course, the R&B stream. And we play 24/7, 365, and we're the home of nonstop internet right here on Second Life.
All right. So, what we want to know now is if anyone would like to get in touch with you, hire you for anything, if you have any other forms of getting in touch with you, such as Facebook, Instagram, or anything, let the people know exactly how they will do that.
Absolutely. We are on Facebook. To get in touch with Ugly Radio, you would just go to facebook.com/Ugly Radio. If you wanted to get in touch with me, my page is DJ Black Rose 1 on Facebook. Or you can hit us up at uglyradio247@gmail.com.
All right. Thank you so much. And we thank you for having you on the show. And we look forward to seeing such great things with you and Ugly Radio. Now we're back.
Thank you for having me.
No problem. Now we're going to go back to Mookie with Speak Your Truth.
All right. Hello, everyone. Wonderful segment, Onyx. Thank you. Right now, I'd like to bring to you, introduce to others, Ashaki.
Good evening. Oh, good evening. Afternoon. Hi. Oh, it is almost evening time. How's everyone doing? Thank y'all so much for having me. Yes. So I have a few pieces that I'll be doing this afternoon. I was told that the theme was all lovey-dovey. Of course, it's Valentine's Day weekend, so I have to, come out here and do what I need to do. So, my first poem I wrote when I was all smitten and in love, and I'm really happy to be here to share it with you all. When the sun rises in the east, I come alive. Sun rays kiss my skin, awash in your warmth, greeting me good day. Basking in your light, I rise, bringing life back into this place. Where have you been? Winter's curse ran long. Phantom summers precede you. What took you so long? Did you get lost on your way to the horizon? Did your light get mistaken for wildfire in the distance, in need of extinguishing? Did they hold a mirror to your rays, setting fires in your name? Blind to your danger, I watch you. So I dance with you. You bring form to the dark truths that surround me, and we dance with you. Blind to the dangers, I sit and I watch how the stars dance with you and they envy you. But when the sun sets in the east, the darkness is unrelenting. I become restless and the demons come reaping. Kiss me once before you leave, for there is only darkness when you sleep. All I know is darkness when you leave. But when the sun rises, again I will come alive. Sun rays will kiss my skin, and I will watch you and we will dance. How the stars and I envy you, bringing form to the darkness that follows me. I live for the sun. I live for the sunrise. End poem. Oh, yeah. I do have another piece to share with y'all. Yeah, I'm a little sappy, but this is a self-love poem. And I haven't recited it in a while, but I thought it'd be the perfect opportunity to, share with everyone here. It's called The Remedy to a Broken Heart. If you be a broken heart, weep. There's nothing more necessary than the welling of tears in your eyes. Bathe in it. Wash away the soils of another's pain. They need it more than you do when they know nothing else. If you be a broken heart, eat. Fill your belly with soft and sweet. Let it warm you, savored like warm soups and green teas and chocolates. Find comfort in what calms the senses. If you be a broken heart, speak or write. Let it out. Let the world hear all that you drowned out. Let it ring. Let it beat against the drums of moving time, or if it be of soft whispers or hidden under clever rhyme, let it be understood. If you be a broken heart, know you did your part. In order to be rebuilt, you must be broken and ripped apart. Now fill your cracks with gold. Then go dance in sun-soaked meadows with bare feet and know that you are free. If you be a broken heart, dream. Things are not always as they seem. Know that you can heal and you will feel again. Let fertile earth cradle your tired bones. Know that you are not alone. Let the stars dance with you as you sleep. And when you awaken, you will know peace. All these to remedy a broken heart. And last year, again, being all mushy and whatnot. But this happens to be one of my favorite lovely poems that I've written. It's called Like Lavender and Lemon. There are remnants of you in my clothes. Like butterfly kisses upon my nose, your scent lingers. You touch me there. You touch me where no hands could really conjure. No soul could truly feel or choose to congeal or meld like garlic and butter, like lavender and lemon. Bringing sweet dreams in between my waking nightmare, and I'm stuck in the castle again. Watching from the tower. But only if you knock 3 times on my door, I'll let you in. Stay with me. Just for a little while, you dare to touch my brain, seep your fluids into my membrane, seeping slowly, dripping upon my cranium. You become the swell in my voice when I speak. Wrapped around my throat, I'm forced to feel every word vibrate against my vocal cords, grind against my tongue with force, the heaviness in my verbiage, because you dare demand my courage, my honesty, the caskets of myself that I buried tenderly, like rainwater against my window pane. Excuse the cliche. You forced me to push to tears from behind my eyes without laying your hands on me. I actually dare to weep. I let the demons I hide creep up and climb off of me to become the pillars that hold up the mirror to my face. To gaze upon this impending disgrace that you did. You touched me there. How did you find my keys? End poem. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. That was wonderful. Thank you.
Queens of Unity. To build a platform where queens and kings are generally supported in their SL and real endeavors by meshing together effortlessly, to become a powerful force built on the foundation of truism and love as Queens of Unity. Fitness on Fire Gym at the Street Life Sim offers state-of-the-art workout equipment, a full-service spa, exercise classes, and a gym that offers boxing. That's Fitness on Fire Gym at the Street Life Sim. Soul Star Entertainment. Soul Star Entertainment is a full-fledged entertainment company that provides all kinds of entertainers such as singers, poets, voice actors, and DJs. That's Soul Star Entertainment.
Welcome back to Peak Table Talk. We're on the couch. If we get Amber to come on down here on the couch with us, we're on the couch. And we're here with our guests. And we're talking about mixing real life people who play SL, but also they know and live. They know each other in real life. Is that how we put it, Francina, Amber?
Yes, they have relationships in real life. Yes,
real life relationships as well as SL relationships. So we have Coco and King Phi, and we have Onyx.
Hello.
And we have Blue. Welcome to the couch, ladies and gents. Welcome to the couch. Welcome to the couch. All right. So my first question, and you got the first question, Amber, Francina, or Mookie, or do I ask first question?
Let's talk about how you guys, your own special dynamic. Are you related to each other? Let's start with King and Coco. Did you meet here or did you come here together?
Actually, I came after Coco. She was here way before me.
Okay. And how did...
Go ahead, what were you saying?
Oh, I was saying, how did you meet?
In real life? How do we meet?
Okay. You guys met in real life, but did you meet SL or?
No. So we met in real life, and I started playing SL maybe a year or two after two computers. So I brought her to game with me, so that's how we kind of got together. But when we first got on SL, we were together. We were in a relationship, and then after we done everything that we could do, then we made new avatars and decided to be sisters. But everybody knew who we were. We didn't trick nobody. Everybody knew who the hell we was. We didn't do that. And then hell no. And then we're just like, we don't get back together, but we be damned if we dated on our sister Abby. So we made new Abby's, and that's how we did together.
Okay.
Did y'all set up rules for each other? Like when you once you got the hang of SL and you got the hang of how it is socially on here, did you guys set rules for yourselves? Like what happens when people try to holler at you? Did y'all have rules for that or rules for each other?
Naya?
I ain't gonna. Wait.
You ain't gotta incriminate yourself.
Okay, so my only rule for her was that she was not allowed to date any other studs, but we could definitely date other people, like women or whatever, but she couldn't date them.
Date what?
Another stud. Another woman that maybe a heavy or maybe be aggressive or whatever. She wanted to be the man. It wasn't happening.
Okay.
That's my rule.
My question would be, being that you guys are RL and SL, was that okay? You brought her to SL. Was there any did you find the conflicts along the way, or did the rules were already set?
Oh, it was conflict at the beginning. I broke two computers.
Because Gary said, because I would think it would be conflict because it's like wild to both of y'all.
I didn't play and she played. Oh yeah, I broke computers and everything.
Okay, so that's how you ended up coming on SL because she was gonna be on SL anyway.
And look, sounded like to me it was cheaper too, wasn't it?
And then I started kind of being.
So for you coming on SL was part of being in the relationship because Coco was already on SL.
Correct.
So it kind of made the relationship better in your eyes.
Yeah. It stopped the jealousy and the broken computers.
So that's a good thing.
Like that, look, that was the economical move. That was the economical move.
I'm telling you, sister. I'm telling you.
It was economical. You had to get that straight because
Who was talking? Because I didn't even hear them.
That's me. That's Fancy.
I'm sorry. Let me tell you what you said, baby.
I said that was an economical move.
Oh
yeah. And as far as like for me, I don't have any rules for Nida. Nida can do whatever she wants to do. I want her happy on this. If she wants 3 wives, have them. She wants 50 kids, have them. I really don't care.
That's because you're right there. So some people don't think like that.
I am right here next to her. First of all, we're on SL together. I want her to do whatever she wants to do. And that's the whole point of coming on SL. And especially intensified by COVID, we want to interact with people. It's just us. It's just us, house, our son. And it's like, and just for the record, we've been together 19 years. Okay, so this ain't no 1 year.
I'm gonna give y'all a clap on that one right there. Let me give you a big hand. Woo.
As of tomorrow. So it's like you just want to come on, have fun, meet cool people. You kind of run into little problems.
I think, but you know what I think it was though, because when we first, so our first Abby's, I was female, and I hated trying to get dressed on them dumbass clothes. So we came up, and I left the female Abby. I was like, fuck it, I want to do something different. And I started the male avatar, which I love because it's way easier for me to dress and get my swag out there. So it was way better for me. But it was really hard for Coco because I was dating female women and I was meeting some really bad women. So she was just like, fuck that, we're getting back together. If we're not dating them together, then it's not happening because, it's a lot of messed up women on that field. She got sick of it. She got sick of it. She was like, me, I know you ain't got to worry about getting hurt.
That's a good thing that y'all have that kind of understanding.
Yeah, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. That's a good thing.
And Blue, tell us about you guys' relationship.
Blue is my real life niece. She is my sister's daughter.
Period.
Period, boo.
You know how y'all met?
One day my sister had a baby.
We don't have to get into that story.
Did you bring her here, Onyx? Did you bring her here? Did she know you play? Did she know you play?
Oh yes, she the way she came, she was with my other sister. A lot of people don't know the whole Knight family is actually related in real life.
Okay.
Golden Knight is my real life sister. Nighty Knight is my son. My daughter it's a bunch of us.
It is.
It's a bunch of us. The whole Knight family is related in real life.
Oh, awesome. That's cool.
And Blue is the most recent Knight that has come to SL.
Oh,
That's
but
really
you don't. But you don't invite the Knights. They just end up coming.
I do not invite them.
So who was the first Knight? Who was the first one?
The first one to come was my sister, Golden Knight.
And she brought you.
Oh no, I was the first one here, and then I brought my sister because we played a different game. Me, my sister, and my son used to play a different game. And so when I came to SL, I told my sister about the game, and she came, and then my son came after her. My daughter was still a minor, so we made her an avatar with some restrictions. We had her collared.
That's teaching. Raising somebody to be on
restriction.
That's raising SLIL kids.
Wait a minute. Real quick. Wait
a minute. You doing a lot. You raising the SLRL kid.
Well, at the time, the husband that I had wanted kids, and my kids volunteered. I particularly, in my SL life, in my fantasy world, didn't want no kids.
Oh,
girl, free.
Oh,
I am feeling you on that. I don't need no children.
I had no plans for no kids, no plans for no nieces, none of that. But here they are.
Well, you got us now. Ha ha.
And Blue, how do you like the game so far? How do you?
I like it. It's a lot different than the game that I normally play on a daily basis, which is IMVU. I don't know if y'all heard of that game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like an expert on IMVU, so I was like, you know what?
Well, follow the light, sweetie. Follow the light. Okay.
My auntie about Second Life and what they do and the details that they do. So I was like, oh, I should try this. So I tried it, and so it's cool. I like it. I got.
Do you find your auntie be trying to mess in your business and get you? You think?
Yes and no, but it's a good thing.
Okay. All right.
Because we ain't gonna talk about that. You know,
Well, you're new to SL, so of course she's gonna try to protect you in case she sees certain names around you.
Right.
And that's the good part. I could be like, you know, so is they cool? Should I? You know. So.
But it's really good to see that people RL and SL can coexist.
Yeah.
Through the things like Onyx, they got her whole household of knights. I think
it's fun because Blue's whole life I have been the strict auntie. She always felt that I was strict.
That's true.
So you're strict on SL too?
So
that's not fair.
On SL I'm able to be a more fun-loving, the fun auntie.
Hold on. Don't say it like you wasn't fun in real life. You was fun. Remember that
like
Chris Brown concert we went to?
So you are the fun auntie. Well, see, you got to be somewhat fun to be on SL. I'm sorry. You got to have a fun side. Come on this game. Or explorative.
Yeah. I'm just able to be a little, and then now she's grown, so it's like I could be a little.
Period. Oh, sorry.
She sounds like my daughter. Yeah. My daughter's on IMVU. She pops up on here every now and then, so I get what she's saying about the IMVU and coming over here and think that. So that's cool. I get it. You know. I think a lot of people they come on here either have IMVU accounts or existing still, or
existing.
Right, I'm doing both. Yeah, a lot of them are doing both. Because a lot of I hear about it. So that's really cool. That's really cool. So.
Yeah, it's really cool because I can compare the similarities and the differences and things like that. And so it's cool because me and Auntie, we live long distance, so it's cool to be able to hang out with her and be like, Auntie, let's go to the club. Because of COVID, really go to the club and do different age range. So, that's kind of awkward.
I ain't going.
But see? So in here, we can go to the club. We could pop it, drop it like it's hot. But still be classy,
Yeah, because she still got it.
She did not say drop it like it's hot. No, she didn't.
Honestly, you be dropping it like it's hot.
I be dropping it. It's a little harder to pick it up. That's all.
You said it's a little harder to pick up. Girl, please.
Well, it's beautiful to hear that, people can really enjoy coexisting on here on this game and this thing. Because we do hear a lot of bad stories mixing real life and SL life. A lot. You hear a lot of bad stories.
Now, relationships, I don't know about.
I've heard a lot of stories of people who come on here and the real life fall apart, but the SL still good.
Is anybody in the audience in an SL real life relationship in the audience?
I think that's people who lose sight of the balance.
Raise your hand.
Rock raised his hand.
Who raised his hand?
Rock raised his hand.
Do you have anything to say about it? You willing to get on mic or type in local?
I'm sorry, what?
Rock said, well. All right, Rock.
You got the floor.
You sort of lost a brother to the game?
Yeah, I got real life cousins and stuff that play this game too, so I don't have it. It's cool.
You were your RL twins, and you don't hang anymore because of the game.
Damn, that's crazy.
Oh, you was twins here. Y'all not twins here anymore? It didn't work. Ah. Oh, when he come on, he don't mess with you? Well, maybe because y'all are twins and he see you every day, or if y'all identical and he look in the mirror and see you, maybe when he come on SL, he just he just
on his own life.
Yeah.
No, it was the people. Well, it get better because you still got to remember they played.
Well, you got to learn to give people room too when you play on SL as family, because I'm not always in my niece's box and she's not always in mine. She goes and do her own thing.
That is true.
You got to give people some space.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's sad too, because my real life, they play too, and we all have different families. And we just catch up with each other whenever we want to, but in real life, we're really close as hell, but on the game, we're barely even together. So you are right about that. You have to give that space.
Right. At a different family thing, I think that's where my family will probably draw the line. If me joining a family that they can't join, I think that they're not going to fall for that one.
Ugly Radio. Ugly Radio features some of the most celebrated and creative mixologists. Ugly Radio aims to meet the ever-changing music taste of its listeners. Ugly Radio, home of the non-stop entertainment. Donnie Soul Food. Donnie Soul Food, home of the Biggie Smalls Breakfast, serving BU and non-BU meals. Come join us for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. We cater special events. That's Donnie's Soul Food. Taboo Rain Live. Live music is one of the most powerful ways to connect with new audiences. Taboo Rain Live is committed in showcasing the best in live entertainment. Parvent Inc., your destination for all your party and event needs. At Parvent Inc., we do it all. Be it a dream wedding, fashion shows, bridal showers, bachelor parties, baby showers, divorce parties, graduation parties, res day, funerals, and contests. Whatever you need is we at Parvent Inc. We will make it come true. Club Gucci, Port St. Gucci glamorous nightclub where disco balls twirl above a sunken dance floor ringed by bottle service tables. If you become tired from dancing, make your way upstairs to the lounge where you can relax and mingle at Club Gucci. Serenity Reigns. Serenity is a blogger that covers things from photography and fashion to poetry with a little splash of this and that in between. That's Serenity Reigns. Goals, Fashion Productions and Promotion, GFPs. We at GFP have two divisions. GFP Runway Fashion Styling. We coordinate and conduct elite entertaining fashion runway shows for the designers of SL. We take the work off your hands with the assistance of promoting your line through these means. Our second division is Promotions. GFP's blogging. Over 92,000 views today, presenting space for advertising at a reasonable price with a growing following through GFP. Home web sponsor pages, SL Facebook, and spam groups in SL, and many more.
This poem is about a broken relationship that I had. And since we're talking about relationships on the show, this one is definitely about a particular one. So here it goes. It's called Abby Child. Little girl, or whoever you are, this little game we're playing is wearing a little thin. Why are you messaging me the very second that I log in? And where did all these sparkles come from? And why are they spread all over the sim? And why is that when I'm getting dressed, you want to TPN, or when I'm visiting with my friend, or I'm on a pose ball with him, and I tell you no, that you're still trying to drop in. That's why the orb got your little ass and sent you back right where you should have been. Don't I am me crying. You need to listen. Little girl, whoever you are, I'm trying not to be mean, but I'm not about to continue being your personal ATM machine. I don't feel like hearing no more about the rainbows and unicorns and the glitter you want me to buy that you can't afford. Reality check, you're grown pretending to be 4. Reality check, I chose to be blind to the fact that you subliminally keep asking me for more. Reality check, I don't want to be your auntie on this motherfucker anymore. Reality check, I don't want to see no more of your little dancing feet on my floor. All up on my counters and my tables and my chairs. No, little heifer, you cannot res here, little girl. Stop talking back to your elders here. Little girl, it ain't no other little Abby's up in here, so you can wreak havoc. Little girl, you are really getting on my nerves, and I'm not having it. Quit all this damn twerking. See, some of y'all think that is okay, but it's never cute to see a child behaving this way. I'm about to spray you with some SL Stalker Mace. How do I get this little toodle-a-roodle-doot the hell up out of my face? I am so tired of this Abby child. End poem. This poem is a moment in time that I had that happened, and it's called The Ice Kiss. I prefer to relive it in my mind than to set aside the memory of you, because it was the best kiss I have ever had, and I have nothing else to compare it to. You had the kind of mouth that enslaved my eyes. It was the curve and the motion of it, and how truth in the form of words would flow from it, from each and every exhaling breath from your lips. I watched you, my love, in awe and in lust and in love. And you stared at me as I was crunching on my ice, inconspicuously smiling. You moved closer to me to inspect my cup, to inspect me. And you said that my lips were cold as you ran your finger across the bottom of my lip. And I began to wonder what would come next. There was one last giant cluster inside of the cup, and I reached inside and pulled out the crystal formation. And I placed it to my lips, and I began to suck it deeply. And your eyes had such a bedazzling sparkle. The smile that grew across your face was so contagious. The ice broke up, and some fell from my heat, and some fell back into the cup, and other places fell at my side. But there was one piece still between my fingers, and you decided to indulge yourself upon it, and you took my finger into your mouth. Never in my life have I ever felt ice together with wet warmth and swirling tongue. You abandoned my fingers and leaned into me for the juiciest, most playful, toe-curling, succulent ice kiss. End poem. When you take on family members, or if you take on family members that are not relatives or you're not with in real life, do you find yourself treating them differently or more cautiously than with the people you know? Like, how do you deal with drama?
Well, the Knight family, we usually don't take in other family members, but we have one. There's only one person that was taken in to the Knight family that is not related, but that person was took in with the vote of every single family. And we have had no drama or no problems with that.
So yeah, took that person with the agreement in real life that it'll be okay.
Yes, every family member in the Knight family at that time had a say in letting this person be in the family.
That's understandable. That's cool. And Coco is name. Oh, go ahead, Ange. You want to say something else?
The Knight family, they don't really like to take in people. Well, they're not that friendly.
It's kind of smart.
Yeah, I tried to start my own family so I could just start my own legacy.
I'm friendly.
But that shit was kind of hard. It was kind of hard because I met a lot of weird people, and their truth wasn't their truth. But as far as me being in my mom's family, I give anybody a chance. Well, once you hurt me, that's it.
Well, that's what we avoid. Don't want no hurt. No hurt. We don't want no hurt whatsoever. We come on here
because you have to be really careful, being that it is a RL relationship there, and no one wants to fall out due to no game. I mean, whether this and being that it's both of y'all, that it is incorporated into RL. So I get that. And Rock is over there shouting local. It sucks, as if he's one of the ones who has had a bad experience mixing, bringing RL people to SL. But I think communication is key. Like Onyx said, they all had a vote on this and that. But every family is different. I'm not one to say there's a set rule on how to do anything for any family. But I will ask that question before we go. Say, for instance, someone does wants to bring their real life family on here, kid, cousin, uncle, grandma, whoever. What advice would you say to them before they tell that person to log in? What would be the key thing? I want to hear that from each one of you. What would be the key thing you would tell that person before they tell that person to log in? Would you say, go ahead and do it? Would you say, don't do it? Would you say, what would you say?
Well, for me, because I'm still new, I would tell them, like, take your time, for real, because it can escalate really quickly. So definitely take your time, enjoy it, figure out your avatar, enjoy your avatar, love your avatar, because that's you. So figure yourself out.
I would say I would say be careful which family members it is, because me and my family in real, we're very protective over each other, and bringing in a family member in real life can really destroy some of your relationships I've established as far as the game, because this is my real life niece. You disrespect my real life niece, we gonna have some issues. We gonna have some problems.
Everybody coming after you, period.
Period, Pooh.
So you have to remember, if you got a messy family member, you might not want to bring them into your fantasy world, because they're going to bring their mess with them.
That's true.
Yeah. All right.
I don't really know how to answer that, because I don't be around none of my real life family like that. For me, my SL family, the ones that I'm close to, I treat them as if they're my real life. I connect with them as they're my real life, and the same way I would act up with my family in real life is how I would act up with my family in SL. Especially if I have a bond with you.
So for you, Sanaya, I would say the question would be, what would you say to a person? You were a person that were brought here, and to you it worked out. What would you say to a person who was thinking about doing the same thing Coco did with you?
Well, be in a relationship on SL. I mean,
and bringing their partner to the game.
I would tell them to make sure that they don't let SL conflict with their real life. Be honest. Don't be sneaky. Don't lie. You know, be the same way you are with your partner in real life on this game, because it can cause problems if you're not headstrong.
Okay. Coco?
I wouldn't tell nobody not to do it.
Well, Coco, you brought somebody to the game, so it's like you know what you're doing. No, I'm just like, and y'all still here years later, so you're successful at it. So speaking from a successful point of view, what advice would you give to someone who were considering bringing real life family or a partner to SL as you did?
As far as a partner, you definitely want to relax. Okay. We all know it's a lot that goes on in SL. Your partner, or you may want to experience this or experience that. Like, ease up, enjoy yourself. That's what it's here for. You can't let every little thing bother you, but communication is got to be honest. You have to say, hey, I want to do A, B, C, D, F, G. Does that bother you? Or what boundaries do we need to set? Or so on and so forth. As far as family members, I agree with the young lady over here. If they messy, leave their ass off the game, because it's just gonna cause a bunch of mess. Or if they come to the game, hey, sis, how you doing? Let them be over there, because if somebody gets to mess with your real life, it's gonna draw you in a minute. It can cause so much trouble for no reason at all. We got adult kids that play SL here and there. They ain't my kids on this game.
Right.
I love y'all. But they are not my kids on this game. They grown. Y'all on your own. Do whatever y'all do. I don't even want to know. I see you. That's it. I don't, because I already know they young. I call them the popcorn era. They always just pop, 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 doing this, doing it. Baby, I ain't got time for that. I'm too old. So basically, just truth, honesty, know who you dealing with. Oh, and then I forgot to touch on the other part you said, and then I'm done. As far as how I treat family, I tend to stay in my role play, unless that person kind of out of bounds. And then, if you're my mother, I treat you like you're my mother. If you're my sister, I treat you like just as I would in real life. I give you as much, if not more, respect as I would, in my real life. So that doesn't change.
I agree, babe.
Okay, so any last questions, ladies, before we wrap this show up? Luffy, Fancita, Emma. Any last questions? Right.
Or any from the audience?
Any questions from the audience before I wrap it up? All right. So we just talked about, successful real life SL relationships, but it could be done. So I hope everyone took a note and learned something from our show today. I would like to thank our guests, King Fire Please, Dr. Coco Please, Mrs. Sonic Knight, Blue Knight, our Speak the Truth moments from Ashaki and Ember, and also our word on the street guest, DJ Black Rose from Ugly Radio. We'd like to thank her as well. And on that note, I'd like to thank everyone for coming to our show. This was a live taping of Pink Table Talk. And I'm going to give that last word to Miss Pancita.
Our guests and our audience for coming today. Watch your thoughts or they become words. Watch your words or they become actions. Watch your actions or they become habits. Watch your habits or they become character. Watch your character or it becomes your destiny. Thank you everyone for coming out. Good night.